Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Trevor Lawrence, the Jags, big win, Thursday Night Football on the road. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you enjoy the way that I talk and teach ball, you want even more Quarterback School content, usually long format videos over there trying to create the environment of exactly what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. So all sorts of nuance, depth, detail about not only the quarterback position, but offensive and defensive football at a high level. So if you're interested in that, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community, join. The link is in the video description. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Trevor Lawrence, the Jags, finding a way to get a win on the road. Thursday Night Football, a little slot out up top. Trevor Lawrence, man. Pretty impressive outing considering looking like he's on a hobbled leg. Ability to put that back foot in the ground and drive the out to the boundary outside the numbers. Love to see it. Nice timing, rhythm. So all this thing is just a nice little clear, must outside release go from your favorite pointer to get that little out here from the slot. And again, free access. You see how no one's in front of him. Be able to put it out there. It does have to be a good ball. It's better coverage than it looks like right here. It's going to be. So to be able to let that thing go, run away from the safety. Safety tries to undercut it. Living on the edge there with that throw. But again, high up on his face. Really nice job. Again, check out the base from Trevor Lawrence. Back foot. Boom. No heel click. Drive the ball. One leg. Pretty sweet. Nice job staying in bounds. Getting an extra 10-ish. This is a really nice job though. These are the types of things, these types of performances, for me, really kind of endear yourself to your teammates, playing through injury. Next one here, 3rd and 7, a little Tampa 2 down here to the bunch at the bottom. We're going to hit the number 3 on what normally I would call a choice or an option. It might be just a straight up like pivot because Trevor Lawrence plays this thing with great anticipation. Again, 3rd down, meaningful down and distance, situational ball in the league. Great job here being decisive. Back foot in the ground, ball comes out. First down inside the red zone. Just love to see it. So what I'm talking about here is at the snap, who knows what the hell coverage this is going to be, right? I mean, it could be anything. They're trying to present middle field closed, right? They're trying to present punt block, pressure. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? They end up running out to Tampa. So for me here, Tampa just means the corner is going to be in the flat. There's going to be a half field player, and there's going to be a hook player here. And so what happens here is when we go with what I'm going to call essentially a shallow clear, a 7 clear, and then the number 3 is going to come out here and run, normally I would say a choice. That just means like an option. But he's just going to hook it up in between this corner and this hook defender. And it's a great job of Trevor Lawrence playing with a little A. You know, it's not massive font, but it's a nice job to be able to just take advantage of what it is, 3rd and 7. You can see them sort it out. You see the Mike run to the middle. Boom, right on him. Again, when's he separate? Right there. You can see 13 not ready for the ball yet, right? Splitting that corner and that hook defender down here to the bottom. Ball's right on him. Split the 2 defenders, and it's a first down. It's a hell of a job. This is big-time 3rd down football. Again, sorting through a unique look. They're trying to present one thing to the quarterback, and they're going to run out and play another. And it's a great job from 16 here, deciphering it, getting it out on time, not holding on to the ball. Drop 8. Only rushing 3. Boom. First down. Let's go. Next one here. Nice play action. A little post over. That over at the bottom. 13 has a great route. Little separation right there. Everything except holding on to the ball. It's a bad feeling right there when you can see the ball on the ground, but you can't get there. There's someone holding you down. Pretty nice job actually from, I think, 96 with the Saints to come out with that ball. Didn't look like he would be the one to come out with it. But for Trevor Lawrence, again, outstanding job. Now this guy is open. I love the fact that he has lined up to his left. So watch the play fake to the left. Then he's going to kind of like dovetail around to be lined up. Look at his feet. Y'all, that's textbook. That's a clinic. Throw a strike right on him. Let's go. Jag starting to put it together here a little bit with a kind of bum wheel. That's just outstanding fundamentals, in my opinion, from 16. So the route here, the combination, if we're going to say, I'm going to say post and then this over. Okay, and this over, I want you to pay attention to this little stick move where he kind of runs away from this man coverage. So we're going to run with him. And this separation right here at the top of this route where you kind of nod into him and then separate, that's the difference. That's the secret sauce with these over routes versus man coverage. You got to give him something. Whether you call it a stair step, you got to get off you right there. That little nod. Look at that. Right? Boom. He even brings the head with him too. Get out of there. Hear that wide receiver sound effects? You're welcome. Just hold on to the rock. Everything except having the ball at the end of the play. That was really nice. I love the footwork here from 16. Fake, lined up, drive it. I mean, that is a beautiful ball strike. Keep your feet and go make that a big play. Oh, baby. Next one here, 3rd and 3. We get a little friendly fire down here to the bottom with the 1 and the 2. The 2's running an out. The nickel and the corner run into each other. Yes, please. Thank you very much. First down. So really nice job here design-wise. Nice job by Trevor being patient, seeing it. Excellent pass protection. That's wide open for a 3rd and 3. So how does he get that wide open? Well, it's going to be a combination here of where I think the ball probably should go, if I'm being honest, as far as this is the under part of it. So he's going under. That's usually 1. And then the 2 part, because it happens deeper, is behind it with this out. Okay, but the thing that happens here is this out brings the nickel and the corner, assuming those are nickel and corners, into each other. So friendly fire. So when we have this collision right here, everybody's open. Nice job from Trevor seeing it. Again, good patience, nice pass protection, but it's easy when they run into each other like this. The thunk. Thank you. First down, let's go. So you can start to see some of the evolution of what I would consider a comprehensive, robust drop back game, and you layer in the fact that Trevor's on a bum wheel, driving the ball, all his cleats in the ground, strike outside the numbers, let's go. Next one here, first of a few big-time scrambles. Right here, we're going to get double post with like a sail by the number 3. It's man coverage. Anytime there's man coverage and the quarterback gets out of the pocket, there's usually no one on the quarterback. And again, I think this surprised or seemingly surprised a lot of New Orleans that Trevor was able to run like this. But in a straight line, it sure seemed like he was moving fine. Good decision here not to force it. Nice time clock here as well. So sort off the pass pro. No, go. And then this acceleration he's always had. Nice awareness. Again, I always love when I see a quarterback do this peek right here. So see him peek over his left shoulder right there. He's seeing if he's got anybody closing in on him. No, I can go. And that's a big time gain right there. Great job on the silence. Just sideline. Just be careful. Violence on the boundary. So concept wise, what's going on here? It's closed, and we're going to call it closed man. And we're going to have double post on here. So post, and really these are glorified clears versus middle field closed. So there's that closed safety. And then here's where I think the ball's trying to go, to this number 3 on what I'm used to calling like a sail. So come in and come out. The problem is he runs around the defender here. So the defender has outside leverage because he's inside the divider. It's never going to be there. It's probably paired with a shallow over here. So everything's going to your right. So as you read this thing right to left, it's not there. Got to go. And then there's no one back here at the bottom because it's man coverage. So everyone's running with those routes. It creates punt return left. And we go get a big chunk down the sideline. So just really impressive. And again, I can't overstate how much this makes your teammates fall in love with you when you're willing to go out there and play when you're not 100%. And then you continue to elevate the offense. You're making plays. You're the reason that the ball is being moved. Again, great awareness with the peak. Go get yourself some. Just protect yourself on the boundary. Next one here, 3rd down and 2. To me, this is a turnover-worthy play down here at the bottom. Now, it's a hell of a play from 23 as well. With the tight turn, makes this play on my boy Agnew. Now, there's a few things that we can talk about here. First of all, it's a great play from the corner. That's more so than anything else. I know this gets overturned, but it's still an amazing play from 23 to be able to turn like that and go make this play on the ball. Now let's talk just decision-making and personnel. Okay, I'm comfortable saying that unless Jamal's parents are watching this or somebody who knows him better, certainly don't know him great, but know him well enough to know that we played hoops with each other for a long time at the OB Rec, and I used to take him to school. Now he's probably bigger and faster. But this dude is a great athlete. He is crazy fast in a straight line. Is he a wide receiver that we want running these kind of deep, tight turns? Probably not. Okay, and that's coming from all sorts of Torero love. Just not probably what we want to do. And you can see here at the top, to me, it's more banana-y than tight turn-y. Okay, you're welcome for that. And the corner makes a hell of a play. Okay, it can be all of the above. But this probably is not what we want to ask 39 to do. Now, it's paired with what looks like is what I would call short post. Shows shallow, and then here comes that short post. Okay, if it's 3rd and 2, we're trying to work that short post. It's not there. Maybe you have the in on the backside, but just the decision here to do this with the personnel, it's hard for me to say, but probably not what we want. Okay, that's just my own take. Now, is the short post going to be there? Nope. Is the in going to be there up top? Maybe, probably. So you can see here, the one thing I will say from watching a little bit of Trevor Lawrence here the last few weeks, he doesn't really get through a lot of reads. You don't see him going consistently 1, 2, 3. You don't see him kind of working full field stuff. It's very much kind of, is it there? Yes, great, go. Is it not there? No, maybe I'll take off. And usually it works out pretty good. Right here, I'm not sure about this one. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me personally, so thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate your support. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, great way to support the channel, get even more Quarterback School content. You know about it. Join, become a member. Link is in the video description. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics: RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is How to Beat Every Coverage. We even have an entire offensive system and structure available for you. So if you enjoy the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School courses. Hop over there, join, and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Check those out in the video description as well. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one, 3rd and 8, right on cue. Again, not sure about this one. This looks like a 1 and run. A 1 and what I would almost classify as panic. Now, when he gets out of the pocket or gets through that first level of defense, he's got a great opportunity to make big plays with his legs. But right here, I mean, there's no reason to go, right? Again, easy for me to say. Just hang in there. Let it develop. 1, he doesn't even give it 2 hitches. It's 1 hitch and gone. Now, it doesn't help when your right guard's staring at you, but, let's let this thing develop. I'm not saying that there's even things down the field that are going to be good, okay? I'm just saying the time clock that we're playing quarterback with here looks sped up. So fast, 1 hitch, run. 1 and run, it can be great in high school. In fact, I've promoted it before in high school. But in the NFL, it's going to be hard to be successful over a long period of time. Whatever this is, okay, we'll call this the route concepts with, I think they run like a shallow here. Not my favorite concept in the world, especially versus what I would consider like a unique way to get to Tampa. So unique way to get to Tampa, meaning half field player, flat, Mike running to the middle, hook defender right in the way of the curl. There's not a lot of space. I'm not saying it's a great look, a premium look for anything, but I am just saying the time clock that we're playing quarterback back with here looks sped up. So watch how this thing develops. Maybe that hook defender pushes with the shallow and you can get that number 2 up top on like the 3rd hitch. But probably not. I mean, if anything, you probably just want to check it down to big 8-5 coming across. Although I don't love him running a shallow into a zone defender. So there's not a lot of good offense here. That's kind of the overall assessment. But the quarterback play, quarterback school, you're welcome. looks sped up, looks unnecessarily fast. And again, you can see here, right? Like there's no hit. We're not letting anything develop. It's hitch. It's not even really a hitch. It's that hit the back foot. It's not ready. I got to go. It as a worst case scenario, you would go, hitch. It's not ready. One hitch, tight end, two hitch back, get it to the check down. Let him go take the hit. You don't have to take those hits. Next one here. This is a tough miss for me. This is a go ball up top. Trying to get the ball to zero different ways. I don't think he does himself any favors with the window that he leaves himself here, but this sure looked like a catch. Again, I don't remember watching the broadcast if they challenged it or what, but this sure looks like we get our feet in. I mean, it's a dime of a throw. Left foot, right foot, knee, I don't know. I don't care enough to go back and watch the broadcast, but that sure looks like a catch. Maybe he bobbled it on the way down. All those guys on the sideline, 2-3 thinks it's a catch. He's riding a horse. I mean, come on. Now, the thing I'm saying about don't love the route is whether this is a go, a true go, or we're running like some sort of like stutter move, or they give him the freedom to do this kind of crap, I'm fine with that. I'm assuming this is a best release go. Well, when you do that, you can't get pushed to the sideline, down the side hash here. You've got to give us what in the league, a lot of people call it the red line, which is 5 yards from the sideline. You go to NFL practice field. It's on almost every NFL practice field. And that's the landmark for these guys to win on the outside. So win, stack that corner, and get down the red line so that the quarterback has this area to fade this thing in. Because Trevor Lawrence throws it here, but it ends up being a never in history ball because you're so tight to the sideline. So that little move right there. And again, you're pressed to the sideline, less than 2 yards, not a big window. Trevor fits it in, but we can't keep our feet in. So yeah, it's a hell of a throw. And they've got to find different ways to get him the ball than just static outside the number throws. But I mean, let's help us out. That is a dot, right? Whoo! Right on him. Next one here, scores tied, fourth quarter, 6 minutes, change left. We're going to get another great scramble. So no, go. And again, we've already talked about the one and run element of what 16 is playing with right now. I think it's important to understand kind of the blend here of the time clock, of the concept, and appreciating his capacity to roll like this on one wheel. He is rolling downhill as a big dude on one wheel. Okay, that's the first part. Appreciate his ability to do this hurt. The second part is just what the hell are we doing offensively? Okay, so if this is where the ball is trying to go on like a static sit route, and they're going to match to it, meaning that someone's tight coverage there, like sticky coverage, we've got to have some sort of man beater. That's a zone beater. So once they match to it, we have to have something else. It can't just be, inside fade, hitch, like weird seam post, check down. That's not going to work. We got to have this. Maybe this guy needs to have the ability to jerk this thing or choice this thing or do something here. Because this little static route is not going to work. If I'm going to be on him about being one and run, well, we got to have more than one option. One, run. Maybe the tight end down here to the bottom, but the tight end's getting collision by a corner. I don't know where you want the ball to go, is what I'm saying. Now, that is awesome that he can make what I would consider a bad play into a good play. So where are his eyes looking? I mean, it sure looks like he's looking at 17, right? No. Maybe he's looking to the inside fade to the right. No. To the spot. No. Got to go. I mean, the check down's not there either, right? You can see all those guys being matched up. Match, 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 match. Got to go. And again, he's able to do this on one wheel. A little hitching his giddy up. Pretty awesome. This one's a bit of a tough miss. We're going to throw a kind of speed out anticipation throw up top to 0, and we just miss it. Okay, now I love anticipation, maybe more so than others. So I'm going to be a little kind of lax with the accuracy elements, timing elements of things like this when you're dealing with this much anticipation. So that's the first part I want to say. I'll pause it at the top. You can see the anticipation, right? Like he's separating right there. We're throwing that out up top to double coverage. The honey badger in the corner, rolling out. Okay, that's the first part. I love the anticipation. We missed the throw. Okay. The second part, and that if we're trying to get the ball to 0, Okay, he's right here on the line of scrimmage. You got to look across the landscape of the league. There's a lot of dudes. I mean, there's not enough where every team has one. But if you've got a legit difference maker potentially right here, instead of lining him up on the line of scrimmage in a static, condensed formation, meaning he's tight and he's on the line of scrimmage, it doesn't get easier to double team a guy like that than that. Okay, so if you're outside, you can still put two people over there, but it spreads everybody else out. When you're in a condensed formation like this, and he's on the line of scrimmage, meaning he can't go in motion, it's just easier. The field is smaller. The space is more constricted. The ways that you get away from this, so when you watch videos and people say, don't do this, this is what you do. You put him in the slot. You put him like they do in Miami, where they put Tyreek Hill as like the wing. You put him off the ball like they do with Kelsey and let him walk to get stacked formations. You create hard issues for the defense where they have to communicate who's who in the zoo so that they can't just get static double teams like this. This is just too easy for guys in the league to have two people run into you like this as you're trying to get this guy touches. So they have to get creative and get creative quickly with getting him easier releases, easier touches, better balls down the field. Again, that's double coverage. I don't think it's a bad decision to throw it to him. They just missed the hookup. The ball's just not quite where he wants it. But again, I think it can also be mentioned that we're not doing maybe the best job to get him touches, get him better looks than static routes. Next one here, touchdown pass for the game winner. In essence, we're going to go from quads to 3x2. We're going to work the slot down here to 13. I heard him in postgame call this an option or a choice. I think of this more as a jerk. Makes Honey Badger look like a jerk for sure. Speed kills in this league, and you can see it on display right there. To me, this is just the bones of four verticals with the check down. And the check down is better because you got a fast wide receiver doing what I'm going to call a jerk. Maybe they call it a choice. Maybe they call it an option. It doesn't really matter what they call it. That is unbelievable speed, punt return right. Great job finishing, poor tackling. Pretty awesome play. So what is this play? When I say the bones of four verticals, it just means that we are going to, especially in 3x1, do what I call the special, the seam. There's the vertical, and whether they run a vertical or a stop or a hinge, it really doesn't matter. That's the bones of four verticals. Then where this ball ends up going here on what I'm considering the jerk is jerk meaning you come up here, you stop your feet, maybe you give them a little move, and then you run away. And the reason why it's called a jerk is because it makes the defender look like a jerk. Exactly what it does. And one of my favorite meeting things was back in the day, Norv Turner, every time he'd put in the jerk, he would point at somebody, usually Antonio Gates, and say, "You're the perfect guy to run this route." Right here, the jerk to the bottom. So, gotcha. At just that space, so just that little move on a really good player creates a touchdown. And it's combined with the four verticals and them matching up and running and poor tackling and all that. But it can be, you can see how a comprehensive, robust drop back passing game gives you answers versus many coverages. So you've got four verticals, you've got an improved check down. You can see Trevor go looking like he's working the seams to the right, down, and then that's just pure speed right there. Get off me, straight arm, finish. Let's go. So that is a wrap. Trevor Lawrence, big win, short week on the road. Really impressive when you combine it with the fact that he's not 100%. Looks like he's on, 1.5 wheels out there with what he was able to do with his feet when it mattered, give his team big chunk plays, running the ball, combining it with some really timely drop back stuff. Really impressive win. Certainly not a polished win, I would say. I still think he does some unique things from the pocket as far as sometimes getting a little antsy or a little one and run-ish. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't and it's third down, you kind of scratch your head at the film. As they kind of continue to find ways to get Ridley more touches and maybe be a little bit more fluid in what they're asking him to do and where they're asking him to line up, I think things potentially could get even easier and better for this offense. Either way, really impressive. Love when guys go out there and gut out kind of not 100% performances that are easy to see and kind of continue to elevate their offense and be the reason why that team goes out there and has a chance to win. Really cool for Trevor Lawrence. Fired up to see more. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.